afternoon, good evening, whatever you want to call it. 6 o'clock, 6:03 to be exact here on this beautiful Saturday evening across 99% of Michigan right now. However, the 1% of Michigan up here in, is it Keenewa County? Keweenaw County.
Yep.
We have a severe warning once again for Isle Royale State Park, National Park, actually, up in the north of the UP of Michigan. So again, population of this particular island is 0. However, this is a pretty popular camping site, hence why we are live here. In the event that some of you guys may know people who are camping, it is Labor Day weekend as well. So we don't know who's all out there. We're live. No matter what county, what area of Michigan, we are live streaming for severe weather. This warning was just issued by NWS Marquette for 25 minutes. Expires at 6:30 p.m. Hazard is 60-mile-per-hour winds, and it does look pretty nasty here as it moves out of Canada into Isle Royale National Park. The wind velocities on this as well do look to be quite potent. We have a couple areas here, roughly right around 60 or so miles per hour. And it's moving into the north side of the island here in the next couple of minutes. The storm is moving pretty fast here. So it's moving about 50 to 60 miles per hour. So it should be out of the island here pretty quickly. But it's heading right toward the Houghton area here, up here in the actual UP itself. So we're going to keep an eye on this line here as it dips southeastward. There is a marginal risk of severe weather in place for the northern half of the UP for this evening. So we do have a threat for severe weather, believe it or not, in the UP tonight, as well as early overnight, perhaps, as well. I am missing my fan. There it is. So good evening, everybody. There is no risk downstate today. So if you're living all the way down here in the lower peninsula, you are all cleared tonight. There is no threat tonight for you guys. Again, this is only for the UP. This warning in particular here for Isle Royale. Go ahead and flip on the SPC Day 1 outlook just to give you guys the overview. This wasn't really a surprise at all, but there's your marginal risk. It is confined up there in the dark green areas from Sault Ste. Marie over to Marquette, over to Ironwood, up through Houghton area. So that area right there is going to be your severe risk in and around that. So again, your light green area down here is your general thunderstorms. Notice down here, there's nothing going on for you guys here in lower Michigan. So no threat tonight for you guys whatsoever.
It's gonna be one of those streams where we just sit here and watch it roll across the island because there's no cities in the path and there's no population in the path and there's no roads obviously on the island, so it's just a sit and wait. Again, this will be moving off to the southeast at 60, so the next radar frame it'll probably be on the island, which means in the next 5 minutes. So for whatever reason, if you know anybody that's living up there, if you're watching from on the island right now, you guys got about 5 to 10 minutes before it impacts the mainland there. That's for the entirety of Isle Royale. There's also a special marine warning that precedes it off to the southeast as well for anybody that may also be boating in and out of the island.
Yes. Pop out the chat here. We got Michael, Kendra, Justin, Anna, Zegary, Kathleen, Julie, Cindy. What's up, guys? Good evening to all of you. It's a beautiful evening out there this evening. Hope you're enjoying it. The humidity is a lot lower today than it was yesterday. That'll continue into Monday, and that's going to be the lowest humidity level starting on Monday. So we'll enjoy a nice break here for the next couple of days of the humidity, but then that looks to kind of rise back for the end of next week, or this upcoming week, should I say. So we get a break, that's for sure, but it won't last very long.
You can see it now. The next radar scan just came in. It is right on the northern shoreline right now, northwestern shoreline. And that Boeing segment is indicative of usually like a strong jet too, and you can flip it over velocity, and it'll show that what exactly we're talking about there. Yeah, the backside inflow,
Backward C shape there.
Yep.
Flip on velocity. I guarantee it's going to be a brighter. And there you go. And that's going to be right around 50 or so miles per hour. Some indications close to 60 miles per hour in spots. That's pretty common of a bow echo. So it looks pretty potent, that's for sure. So it's likely doing some amount of damage. But again, the population on the island here is 0 minus, or in addition to what's camping out there, if anything is camping at all, which I assume there are a few campers. But overall, this is going to be pretty quick gusting moving through. So once this is out, we'll be off here pretty quickly. But right now, it's just starting to enter the island.
There is I saw someone mention it in chat, but I also saw it in our chat behind the scenes here. A good webcam of Rock Harbor at Isle Royale National Park. Nice scud cloud there and shelf cloud in the distance.
I was actually thinking about this last night because there was aurora up there, and I was looking at the cameras from Isle Royale, and I'm like, wow, I wonder if these cameras can be utilized for some severe weather coverage when you have storms rolling in. And 12 hours later, here we are, or 24 hours later, really. We'll pull some cameras up here and see if we can get any views. I'm not sure we can broadcast these. I don't know if we should or not. It doesn't say not for broadcast.
Image will refresh in 5 seconds.
Go ahead and bring it in. I don't see any broadcasting regulations on this. So let me go ahead and pop this in real quick to this to the stream here. There is your view from the island there where the storm is rolling in. Looks like a nice shelf cloud back in there, and definitely some heavy rain. Looks like some scud on the leading edge there. So we'll keep an eye on that and see if anything else looks interesting. But that's what it looks like from the webcam on the island.
And I believe Rock Harbor is on the south side of the island, looking south. Or so like, sorry, hold up. Sorry, it's on the north side of the island looking south, I believe. So it's looking like right down the line. I'm not sure exactly where Rock Harbor is, but I know I believe it's on that most northeastern side of the island. Let me go double check.
Yeah, I was going to say, Google it. I'm not really seeing it here on Omega. Well, either way, this is a pretty potent bow echo here. It is moving toward the northern part of the UP, perhaps next hour or two. Keep an eye on that as this line progresses east-southeastward.
Yeah, so it is near the northeasternmost point, looking south. So, Ryan, if you zoom in, it's going to be right to the right of that nub. Yep, right there. That's the Rock Harbor, and is looking southwest. So pretty much right down the edge of the island.
Okay,
towards that storm.
Makes sense. So we're getting a really good bird's eye look into the storm here as it moves in. Although this webcam is, it says 6:15 p.m., but its current time is 6:12. So why does it have a 3-minute ahead timestamp on it? That's weird.
Yeah, they're in the future or something.
I'm not sure what because of that, but anyway. Go ahead and split screen this here. Yeah, that's a pretty hefty feature. They're moving on to the island. Not going to need GR2 today, so we can close the other laptop up.
This is going to impact some campgrounds such as 3 Mile Campground, Caribou Island Campground, the Rock Harbor Lighthouse, Mosque Basin Campground, and Lake Ritchie Campground. There's also a couple that are inland that are also being impacted, such as McCargo, East Chicken Bone, and Birch Island Campground. The entire island itself also has a lot of inland lakes that are being impacted. Again, all really good inland camping spots. So if you know anybody that might be up there, if they have service, let them know. Again, Rock Harbor, pretty much the entirety of the island, but especially at Rock Harbor here as the storms roll across the island at about 60 miles per hour. The only risk today in terms of the SPC probabilities is for damaging winds, and we're seeing that play out in real time right now on velocity radar. That's on the right side of the screen there. Those are indicated by those bright whites. We are not expecting anything in terms of hail or tornadoes today, although it does have such a classic backwards shape C that there could be, something QLCSC that could just randomly spin up. And with all those pinks there, I would not be surprised if there's some sort of pea-sized hail also occurring. If not, it's a really huge downpour. Looking at some other webcams around the island, we have sideways rain at Greenstone Ridge. So that is verifying the gusty winds. Yeah, the Greenstone Ridge webcam is completely covered in sideways rain right now, and it looks almost even foggy there with how much rain is falling. So that is quite the torrential downpour. Same thing for North Shore webcam. Trees are actually sideways in that. Let's see what else we got here. Washington Harbor is still sunny. That must be further down the island.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing too much else that's new on these webcams, at least. But latest scan does continue that gusty winds, severe winds likely over the island as of right now. And this should be off here within about 10 or 15, probably 10 minutes, honestly, at this speed. It's moving at about 60 miles per hour. So that is going to make our job easier here. Want to be on as long.
All these webcams are off by a lot. Some of these webcams are in the future.
I was trying to think if it's like a time change difference being in Canada or whatever, or being in Central Time, but that would make it back 1 hour, make it future. Makes no sense. Somebody asked to comment on our page when the last time Keweenaw County had a warning, and I just answered it 5 days ago or so. We were just live for this exact area, this exact warning polygon for, it was probably a week ago or so.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So the special marine warning was just trimmed there a little bit, mainly to include the storm on the northern half of the island.
I don't believe the Canadian radar has VIL on it. It does not. So we cannot get hail size, or perhaps hail track would be a better terminology for it. Take a peek back at the radar or the webcams here. Still not seeing anything new. Waiting for that Rock Harbor one to update.
Mott Island one is updating. Sideways rain. It almost looks like there's a little bit of hail perhaps falling there, unless that is just rain.
I would agree with that.
You can see the ripples in the water in the harbor itself. That is some strong winds moving across.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on the east side of the island. I would not be surprised if our Rock Harbor webcam actually went down.
Given the winds here, yeah.
that a hook at the bottom of the bookend vortex? Kind of, yeah. Again, for those who are wondering, the National Park Service does have a bunch of webcams scattered throughout the island. So if you want to go check them out for yourself and play it side by side with us, you guys can go check that out. Again, right now we're just seeing pretty much every webcam showing sideways rain, with the exception of the Rock Harbor webcam, which is still delayed and showing that shelf cloud rolling in.
Marquette just trimmed that warning up to the north side of the island, so the south side is no longer in that warning. But there is still a storm coming in. It does not look threatening at all via the wind velocity here. We're noticing up here we're getting those brighter reds. That's your heavier winds. Down here with this storm, we're not seeing that correlate to our velocity over here. So no wonder they dropped that. Or they try to say trimmed it.
That's true. I didn't think about that. No, that still wouldn't make sense though, because it literally showed the storm rolling in. There was not a storm rolling in an hour ago, so there's no way they would not be in daylight savings time.
Right. Ooh, new velocity scan looks very impressive. Very impressive. Just off of the island now. Bigger area and pocket of winds. Let's go ahead and take a one pane look at this. There we go. So big area now of gusty winds, perhaps some lingering winds behind it coming in too. That's your rear inflow jet to the storm. And this area right here is at 58 miles per hour off of the Thunder Bay radar. And that is currently on the island. If this Rock Harbor camera would update, we'd have a really good look at what's going on right now. But I think they update it right around every 15 to 30 minutes. So we're going to have to wait.
It updated on mine.
It updated?
Yeah, it's updated on mine. It just shows a huge curtain of rain.
Wow. I see it now. The camera or the time on that camera must be 4 minutes ahead. Must not be in a GPS or automatic updating time. So 60 mile per hour wind on this warning continues for the Keweenaw County up here in Isle Royale. Zooming out to where this is in Michigan. This little island up here belongs to us, and that's why we are live. But we are nowhere near anywhere else like Detroit or Flint or Grand Rapids. We're nowhere near you guys. There's no threat today down here in the Lower Peninsula. Up here in the UP, however, there is a risk for some damaging winds later on this evening with these storms that you're currently seeing in Canada moving towards the UP. So we'll be watching these tonight as they move our direction. But this island is a part of Michigan, and our policy is we are live. Even though the population of the island may not be very high, we're still live for every single severe or tornadic warning in the state.
Fun fact about these webcams on the island, Ryan, is that these cams are only on during the summer months. So during the winter months, we will lose them. At least this one at Rock Harbor. Yep.
I feel like the ones at the North Dock, I believe it is.
Yeah.
And Mott Island, those two update year round because I remember seeing the aurora photos from those during the winter times.
Yeah. But more of our rural ones, I guess they cut off power in late September to them. So
that makes sense. No one's there.
Yep. This is for Isle Royale in the middle of Lake Superior. For those who are just tuning in, it is a county in Michigan, so it means we do go live for it. It's kind of
sorry.
As I say, it's kind of our 83rd and a half county because it's Keweenaw split in two.
Wouldn't be shocked if this warning got dropped in the next 7 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this thing is flying off to the southeast at 60 to 70 miles per hour.
Yep. Julie, it shouldn't be a late night by any means, but we might be up till 10 or 11 kind of watching these storms. Not seeing anything on CC here either that indicates any large hail falling. Maybe a few instances, but getting 70 dBz here off the island, just offshore.
That would be some intense hail if that's actually hail.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
The warning is only in effect 4-6 mile per hour winds, so
it expires in 5 minutes as well. So we may have a pretty short stream here. We've been on here for about 22 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bob, good to see you back in chat.
Oh my goodness, Bob.
Hey, check out the North Shore webcam. Tell me that's not hail falling.
I mean, it could be rain droplets. Rain droplets do kind of, if they're reflecting in some sort of light, it could be. But yeah, I mean, who knows? It's hard to tell without actual sound and video. You're just taking a still.
Right. This main part of the line here is moving over on back to the lake. So the island should be pretty much clear here soon. A new marine warning here issued for wind upwards of 60 miles per hour. They said 50 knots. Translates that to about 57 and some odd change miles per hour. So they're warning it basically just for gusty to perhaps severe winds.
It's a very long looking special marine warning there.
Yeah, it is. New scan just came in, looks like, and it is pretty much out of the island. So I would expect them to expire this warning in 3 minutes. And if they do so, we can hop off here.
Mm-hmm. And just to show you guys my radar product, GR2, again, does not have Canadian radar. So this is what it looked like on my radar. If I go ahead and loop it here, you basically couldn't see anything, given that it is 12,000 feet off the ground at the island there. So this is a good thing Ryan hopped in, because I would have been tracking what looked like light rain showers on here. The next closest radar also is Duluth, which is about the same distance away from the island. So yeah, when we get the island like this, it's always a tough one.
Before we hop off here, though, I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of the stream. It's our August sponsor, pushing hard here for Cats Roofing and Siding. Numbers on your screen there, 517-485-9886. Based out of Potterville, which is in the Lansing area. They cover South Central Michigan with all your roofing, siding, windows, and gutter needs on your homes. So feel free to give them a call if you got some work to do. And thank you to Cats for sponsoring this stream.
Yes, the UP is grouped into 2 different time zones. The counties that border Wisconsin are Central Time. The counties that do not border Wisconsin are Eastern. And that is because everyone that basically lives along the border of Michigan go to work in Wisconsin.
Bob back with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, Bob, for gifting those, and welcome to the team. Those you just got gifted. Bob has been MIA for a while with us. Haven't seen him on stream in a while. He just came back, and he's back doing his old thing, gifted memberships. So
thank you, Bob.
You just got to get the membership. Be sure to thank Bob here in chat here on YouTube. This warning is in the UP, although go about 100 miles north of the UP. I'm actually not sure if that's actually accurate, though. But we are well north of the UP. This is heading into Lake Superior. We are about 50 miles or so from the tip of the UP, to be exact. That warning has just expired. So as we get into the evening, though, we do have to watch Houghton County as well as Keweenaw County. This is Keweenaw, isn't it?
Yep, that's also Keweenaw.
Okay. So I have to keep an eye on those counties, especially the further north you go in the UP, the better your chances become from basically Sault Ste. Marie over to Marquette. This north side of the UP is in a marginal risk for severe weather. These storms that are popping up currently are moving southeast. We'll watch it next couple hours, and we will be back if anything else goes severe. With that being said, appreciate you guys hopping on here with us. Had about 400 of you guys consistently on here watching us, so appreciate your support. As always, guys, couldn't do without you. So we'll see you guys next time, probably tonight, honestly, for some time here in the UP. But we'll see you guys later. Thanks for hopping on.
All right. See you, everyone.